What's up, weirdos? It's Universe of Weirdos. And it's me, Jay Kraft. Your last chance to evacuate planet Earth before it is recycled. As long as you shed your humanness. I am back here with my wife.
Hi.
On this lovely pre-Valentine's Day. We kind of had to pivot a little bit. We were going to do this 1950 little documentary that taught you how to go on a date. And we tried to watch it a little bit before the show started, and
Boring.
it not just is it boring, but like there's a lot of like dead space, a lot of like really bad acting, and
So really, it's like a 1950s date.
yeah, so, like, it originally suggested, like, oh, why don't you take it to the movie? She seems like a swell gal. And that swell gal had already seen that movie, so they couldn't go to the movies because because God forbid you go see a fucking movie a second time for the sake of going out on a date with such a swell fella.
If you called me swell, I might punch you in the face.
Yeah.
Don't call me swell. I'll
Well.
take it wrong.
Well, she sure is swollen, isn't she? Like, that does kind of seem like what it sounds like. She's certainly a swell gal. Like,
Oh, no, he didn't.
I don't think she's gonna like being called swell.
Oh, no, he didn't.
But, you know, we tried to do that, and we tried to maybe give you guys some tips on maybe where you could go on a date for Valentine's Day, but yeah, that one sucked a dick. You know, it wasn't a very good one. It was,
And not literally.
no, because they wouldn't have suggested that in 1950. Maybe she'll suck your dick. For the first date, she should go down on you. Don't forget to try cunnilingus.
The 50s was the Wild West.
Yeah, well, yeah, but basically the part that we got to was that they suggested that they go on a date to what seemed like some sort of flea market. Like the couple was like
I'd love that.
like working at the flea market though.
Oh,
Like they weren't.
nope.
It was
No, thank you.
It was a really weird 1950 date to suggest to somebody. How about you both work at the flea market together for a date? What the fuck? Me and my gal are gonna go to the flea market.
I'd go shopping.
Yeah, I mean, that might be fun to check out some stuff at a flea market, see somebody's old shit. But we're gonna go back to an old staple from the very beginning of Universe of Weirdos, from when I first transitioned over from Wrestling with Criminals to Universe of Weirdos. One of the very first things that I did was Origins with my brother Dan, where, you know, we sat down, I basically taught him where the term Johnson came from for penis,
Oh,
and
God.
where the term boobs originated
I'm
from.
glad I wasn't on that one.
You know, all kinds of stuff like that. And all the good ones. Balls, because they look like balls.
Well, that's just in the name.
So, you know, I got some more, some nice origins of phrases. I got a good mix. I got a good mix of, like, you know, innocent little
And I'm going in blind.
regular
I have no idea what he's got.
turns of phrase, certain origins of some innocent things, and then as we go along, we can get a little bit more risque. We're adults, why not? So let's check it out. You've ever wondered John and Jane Doe? How they're always called John and Jane Doe when we don't know who the victim is or who did something.
Right.
We're always looking for the John
I
Doe.
guess I
if
never
it's-
thought about it.
Well,
Where
the
does that
terms
come from?
John Doe and Jane Doe originate from medieval English law, specifically the obsolete action of ejectment used for property dispute where they served as placeholders for fictitious parties such as the tenant, John Doe, and the fictitious evictor, Richard Roe. So it was originally Roe and Doe, apparently. If
Okay.
you're dealing with two guys, it's John Doe and Richard Roe.
Interesting.
And that was to provide examples to establish land ownership. These names evolved to represent any unidentified or anonymous person in legal or general context, with Jane Doe being the female equivalent, or Jane Roe, as noted in famous cases like Roe versus Wade.
Okay.
So she was Jane Roe in that one. That wasn't her real. I think her real name was Norma. I think it was Norma McCrae. I don't know. I used to know this stuff. I think that might be correct. Somebody Google it and let me know, because if I'm wrong, the internet is surely going to let me know, because God forbid I ever get some Twitter DMs from you folks at jcraft247 on Twitter/X that tells me that I'm right. Like, God forbid you guys ever go, yeah, you're correct on that one, but boy, will you let me know if I get something incorrect. Oh, boy, do you guys like correcting.
It's fun for us.
But, hey, when in Rome, right? When in Rome, do as the Romans do. You ever wondered where that one came from? It seems kind of obvious, right? Like where the context originates from, right?
From Rome?
Yeah. So, but, it was in the 4th century. St. Augustine's mother, Monica Augustine, apparently, noticed that the church in Milan did not fast on Saturdays, unlike the church in Rome, and was unsure of the correct practice. So she consulted with St. Ambrose, who famously replied, "When I am here in Milan, I do not fast on Saturday. When in Rome, I do fast on Saturday. Do the same. Follow the custom of the church where you are. When in Rome, do as Rome does," which eventually evolved into the phrase that we use today, "When in Rome, do as the Romans do."
That one's kind of easy. Give me a good one.
Yeah, but I mean, did you know that it
salacious.
happened in the 4th century?
Okay,
and did you
you're
know
right.
that it came up with her wondering, well, what the fuck am I supposed to do at church?
I should be taking notes.
These fuckers do it like this, but I do it like this in another place. And it's like, well, I mean, you're in Rome, so just do what the fucking Roman guys are doing. You don't have to go like, in Milan, we do Don't
Nobody
be
likes that.
Yeah,
one.
don't
Nobody
be an
likes that
annoying
guy.
motherfucker. All right. It's not where you're from, it's where you're at, is basically what they were saying. But yeah. So when you're hungover, what's the best hangover cure? Do they usually tell you? Is the best hangover cure?
Cheeseburger.
No.
Beer.
More booze, right? Hair of the dog.
Hair
Hair of the dog that bit you is what they call it.
Sounds terrible all the way around.
And that phrase has stuck around from medieval 1500s, from an ancient folk remedy used to treat rabid dog bites by placing hair from the offending animal into the wound.
Okay.
It was a literal superstitious attempt to cure an ailment using the source of the injury. So, like, oh man, that dog bit me. Put some of its hair in it.
What, you're not supposed to do that?
I guess not.
Kidding.
It was later shortened from hair of the dog that bit you to describe using a small amount of alcohol to cure a hangover, apparently. But that's a phrase that definitely well outlasted its circumstance, like, yeah, a little bit of hair of the dog that bit you. Yeah, sure, why not? I'm hungover. If somebody suggested that now, like, what the fuck?
The kind of witchcraft.
Hey man, I think I might got rabies. This fucking raccoon bit me outside while I was taking the trash out. Oh, no, dude, what we got to do, we got to hunt it down, shave its back a little bit, and then just rub some of that hair in the bite, and then you're going to be fine.
Well, getting a bunch of shots to the abdomen for rabies is not fun either.
Yeah, so I'll just stick with the raccoon hair, rubbing it into my wounds, apparently. But yeah, I mean, oh God, I cut myself with a knife. Give me a Band-Aid. Nah, fuck that. Stick another knife in it.
Stick another knife in it.
Yes, there you go. Little hair of the dog, huh? What about Peeping Tom? Peeping Tom originates from the 11th century English legend of Lady Godiva, who rode naked through Coventry to protest high taxes. Everybody knows her. While townsfolk stayed indoors to respect her, a tailor named Tom peeked through his shutters, was struck blind for his voyeurism, and became the namesake of the term, which appeared in print by 1796. So don't be a peeping Tom.
I mean, if someone was riding through town on a horse naked, I kind of...
Yeah, we're going to look.
I kind of want to look. Like, I mean, not in a sexual way, but I want to know the logistics.
I don't think that this tailor is the pervert that they were trying to make him seem.
Saddle.
He's a voyeur. Like, come on, get the fuck out of here. This old Taylor Tom didn't deserve to be struck blind. He was just checking out a nice pair of tits and a fucking overly hairy muff.
Wait, that sounded terrible.
He wasn't peeking through her windows.
I take that back.
Her tits were out. Like, you're gonna look. That's just silly. I'm sorry, Tom. I wish
she's on a horse. That's probably painful. They're bouncing everywhere.
Yeah, bouncing around and shit, and her ass is getting chapped, literally. Chapped ass. I should have had that one on here. Oh, damn it. Next time, ladies and gentlemen. Next time on Origins of Phrases, chapped ass will be on there. God. I don't know why, but
it's not going to be on there.
No, it probably won't be. But when this is done, you and I can bump some uglies if you would like to. Bumping uglies. I had to put this on here. I do
want to know where that comes from.
I had to put this on here because it is by far the most unpleasant term for sex. That
bumping uglies.
Like, yeah, they're out there bumping uglies. So this one has its roots in 20th century American slang, potentially appearing in Edward Albee's 1961 play The American Dream. The term evolved from the much older use of bump to mean copulation, so people used to bump back in the day. You bumping her? Are you guys bumping? Yeah.
We should bring that back.
Yeah. Yeah, I bumped your mom last night. What? It often implies a humorous or dismissive, sometimes self-deprecating reference to the act. It is considered an American slang term and gained popularity in the latter half of the 20th century with usages noted in literature around 1989 to 1990. So this one's relatively newer, I guess. Bumping uglies. Get the fuck out of here.
Sounds so American. Like, we shouldn't be so ashamed of
our uglies.
Our uglies.
You want to see my uglies? Like, I just don't.
Actually, yeah, no, thank you.
I like that people used to call it bumping. Uglies. Yeah, hey, we used to bump back in the day. Me and that chick used to bump. Like, oh, really? You guys bumped? I guess it's not as bad as
we're gonna bump.
Like in the 70s, they used to say bawling a lot. You bawling my sister?
That's
my
much
bawling?
Different.
Like, that's a terrible fucking phrase. Today. What a fucking terrible phrase. Are you bawling her? Yeah, I guess we're bawling. What the fuck?
Balling out of control.
What a crock of shit. You ever wonder where crock of shit came from?
Ooh, no, and I kind of don't know if I want to know.
It's pretty self-explanatory. Old English phrase that is essentially bucket full of nonsense, I guess. Pot full of foolishness, I guess. I don't know.
Bucket full of nonsense. That sounds better. What a bucket full of
nonsense.
Yeah,
it's a pot full of foolishness is what I... That is a whole container of malarkey. That crock of shit. Now this one I got the most
shenanigans.
I got the most information out of my next phrase because you ever wondered pissed off, right? Pissed off. Why does that mean angry?
What does it mean
I've kind of wondered that a few times over the years. I mean, my personal preference is that I would rather be pissed off than pissed on, but I'm not shaming any of my freaks out there. But I got a pretty lengthy origin. Pissed off emerged as an idiom around the 1930s, combining the old term piss off, meaning get the fuck out of here. But like, it basically evolved because the British usage where they used to have pissed, meaning drunk, while pissed off in America means fucking like I'm angry, but piss off in Britain means get the fuck out of here. So
piss off.
I don't really know, but somewhere around the 1930s or 1940s, specifically in the U.S., they started using it to unambiguously, I guess, convey anger, like distinguishing itself from the drunk meaning. So, like, I guess, man, it used to be I'm fucking pissed off right now, man, meaning I'm hammered. But then it just got to a point where it was like, I don't know, maybe it was like, piss off. All right, fine, I'm fucking pissed off then. I'll piss off. I'm fucking pissed.
I can see that. I can see that. Maybe you solved it.
I can see that that's where it probably originated from. Would be my guess. But I don't know. That is neither here nor there, apparently. You ever wonder where here nor there came from? I'm just kidding. I don't have.
Okay, I was going to say.
Like, you're wasting a lot of time here. I did look up tit for tat, though.
Okay.
Because it has the word tit in it. So, tit is a great.
Love a good tit.
It's a great word. The word tit. Now, I thought this was just like a degradation of like this for that, but it's not. It's actually evolved from a 16th century English saying tip for tap, which was basically saying blow for blow. If someone slaps you, you slap them back, I guess. You don't stab them. So, it's just a nice little, just give them a little tit for tat, slap for slap. I say if somebody slaps you, you fucking stab them in their goddamn abdomen.
That's one way to do it.
Yeah, give them a little hair of the dog on that one.
Turn the other cheek.
Yeah, I don't have turn the other cheek, but you ever wondered where turn the other cheek came from? I don't have
the
that
Bible.
I
think.
I think it was too. I think it did come from the Bible.
Yes.
But I'll look that one up. I'll look that one up at some point if I ever get a wild hair up my ass. You ever wonder where wild hair up your ass came from?
You know what? Actually, funny enough, I sure have. Is it like a Hare or is it Hair? It's different.
Now, maybe it's both.
Okay.
Maybe it's either. Maybe it's both.
This one has which one's worse. I do know which one's worse.
Questionable origins, but when you do something spontaneous, you'll sometimes tell people that you got a wild hair up your ass, right? It means to do something. Yeah, I just got
say that.
I got a wild hair up my ass and decided to just clean the house. Now, some origins say it's literal, like a strand of hair inside your asshole.
Ooh,
would
that's
probably
some tender skin.
Yeah, it would probably make you a little antsy and fidgety. If you had an actual hair up your ass.
I'm clenching at the thought of plucking it.
Now, others
but
say
you got to do something with it, right? You can't just leave
it
there.
I mean, I would assume that it wiggled its way in there, not it's growing.
But then again, if it's inspiring you because you got a wild hair up your, then keep it, I guess.
Hey, I guess it can't be that bad of a thing. Now, others say it's hair like a rabbit.
Okay, that's worse. That's the worst one.
Like a wild rabbit darting around and being wacky with, I don't know, possibly a strand of hair in its asshole.
That's kind of sad.
Yeah, but like... So like... Another origin says it's a take from Burr in the Saddle, something a cowboy would get caught underneath his fucking nutsack while riding on his horse.
Oh, God.
I mean, either way, it doesn't sound pleasant. It doesn't sound like having a wild
Do you think
rabbit.
That was a problem?
A burr in the saddle? Maybe. But how could you not just like kind of lean up and brush it off of your dick or whatever it was that you're sitting on? But either way, that does not none of those sound pleasant.
Okay. Yeah.
Like a rabbit up your ass.
That doesn't sound pleasant for me or the rabbit.
Yeah, I think both. I think death would be involved in at least one of those things.
Probably both.
Probably both. I would think if I shoved a whole rabbit up my asshole, I'd probably die.
Unless it was one of those cute little dwarf bunnies, but don't do that. That's just
well, there goes my Valentine's Day plans. Shucks. But yeah,
I want a divorce.
But like an actual how do you get an actual hair in your ass? Like
the hair or the bunny?
No, like a hair. Because I wouldn't assume that it grows into your asshole.
I mean, there could be the rogue follicle. People have grown teeth in their brains.
Yeah,
weird
that is
stuff.
true. So it's a weird
science.
It's a weird deformity. I have hair in my asshole.
Maybe
God, that would make wiping so inconvenient. Having hair in your asshole, peanut butter out of shag carpet. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
I want a divorce.
Well, you're going to really want one after I tell you about my final phrase that I have for you. The good old sloppy seconds.
I'm going to barf.
Yeah, we're going out on a gross note. Now, it's typically a term that weak-ass dudes use as a way of feeling superior to a guy who is with a girl that he used to date or at least banged one time. Or at least maybe he bumped once.
Bumped.
as if we all
Bringing
want
it
to
back.
date fucking no
call
experience having virgins and shit, But unless we're talking about going in immediately after you, I think sloppy seconds is a pretty fucking stupid thing to say. Now, the first use of the phrase is a little bit unknown, but it did appear in an issue of the Fantastic Four in 1964. So, someone
I'm
in
making a face.
Fantastic
I can't
Four
stop.
number 27, 1964, referenced sloppy seconds.
Why?
It was also used in the popular 1984 book, The Joy of Sex. They used the term sloppy seconds. Now, I have always thought this was like a weak-ass dude term. I've always felt like you're a really weak, insecure dude if you use the term sloppy seconds. Unless you mean I finished and then he went in immediately after. Because, like, most of the time...
I mean, unless that's what you're going for.
Well, most of the time, it's a way...
I don't want to shame anybody.
Like, most of the time, it's a way of a dude just being like, he's dating my ex. Like, as a way of him feeling better for her breaking up with his ass, basically. Like, that's
coping mechanism.
That's normally where the phrase comes from.
Nail.
Yeah, he's got my sloppy seconds. Like, oh, or she broke up with you because you weren't shit, and now she's with somebody who's like way fucking better than you. You ever thought about that one? You fucking weak ass mother. I slept with her first, so I win.
I win.
You fucking losers. But yeah, I don't know. Like, and dudes will say it like I don't like. Is the ultimate thing for some dudes to like have some sort of untouched, completely inexperienced virgin? Because I feel like that's something that dudes do when they have weak sauce, if you know what I mean. When they're not very experienced themselves, they want a woman who don't know that they ain't worth a shit. So that's normally where sloppy seconds come from, or at least the dudes who want to call women who have had sex more than once sloppy seconds.
I don't like how many times you've said that.
Well, I'm gonna keep saying it. There's a band called the Sloppy Seconds, and they're fucking awful.
From Indianapolis, I believe.
Yeah, they are from right here in Indianapolis. But I don't know. I guess that's it for us. I don't really have a whole lot else to talk about.
I want a divorce.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna be single this Valentine's Day, ladies. If
You
you're
can
looking
have
to
my
get
sloppy
some
seconds.
sloppy seconds. But I am.
Bump them if you want.
I
Don't
am
you dare.
J Craft, the bumper of worlds. I'm ready to bump this planet right in its sloppy second hole.
I'm gonna bump the shit out of you.
Oh, damn. Look at that. We getting bumped tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Going out and bumping some uglies.
Oh my god. All right.
What's up, baby? Can I bump your ugly? What? Oh my god.
Better way to spoil the mood.
Absolutely. But hey, you guys want to give me a nice rating or review on your podcast platform? I'd love for you to do that. You can give me 5 stars or a positive review or a good comment or a nice big old thumbs up if it allows you to do that. I appreciate it. You can contact me on all of my social medias like jcraft247 on Twitter/X or Universe of Weirdos on Instagram. Send me your DMs and give me some of your feedback and questions, and I'll be sure if you want me to answer any of your origins of phrases. Hey, where does bite off your nose to spite your face come from? Hey, I'll look into it. Maybe you want me to cover some sort of PSA, you can let me know, and I will. We're time travelers here, baby. We don't exist in the traditional space-time continuum. We're Universe of Weirdos. We are your last chance to evacuate planet Earth before it is recycled now that the old Heaven's Gate people aren't around anymore. And just working on not jacking off.
I want to believe that they're up there.
Yeah, they're not.
Just flying around with aliens.
Yeah, but anyways, guys, that will be it for us. We will see you next time. I'll be back next week, and I might be doing some reviews of some old appliances. Because at one point, General Electric had to sell you on the idea of things like a dishwasher and a refrigerator, and I found those old commercials that tells you what a dishwasher is and how it helps you not spread the family cold with water that's so hot that your hands can't even handle it. And it leaves it squeaking clean. It's going to be amazing. But anyways, that is Universe of Weirdos, brought to you by Blue Coal. We will see you next time. Say goodbye to all of the people.
Bye.
See ya!